Hello everyone and welcome back to MORGBORG Tech. Here I am going to be going over all of the phones I've gotten in the past month, as well as some others that I've gotten over the years that I was able to finally test. You'll be surprised how many I've gotten. And so, these here, I'll start from this to this one here. And I'll have to do a little bit of battery swapping because I don't quite have batteries for all of these, and a couple might need to be charged. So I'll go ahead and talk about these a little bit, start them up and shut them down. So let's start with this one here, the Sanyo PM8200 on Sprint. This was actually the first phone I got this month, fun fact. And yeah, I paid about $5 for this one. It's in really good shape, except for maybe a little bit of scuffing. And here's one of the newer phones I've gotten this month. This is a Kyocera Dura XV on Verizon. I paid about $350 for this one, along with another phone that you'll see. This one is kind of slow to turn on. Up next, here's the only boxed phone I got this month. This is the LG AX145 on Altel. In my unboxing of this, I said that the startup sound was pretty quiet on this one. I had the volume on maximum just now, and it's still really quiet. Up next, this is the LG Freedom on US Cellular. My only US Cellular phone that I've gotten recently. Unfortunately, I'm looking to get more of these. This was the one that I also paid $3 for, along with that one there, the Kyocera. These both came from the same seller. Up next here is an LG VX3200. I don't think this one has a battery. This here does have a battery though. I'll show you this one first, and then I'll show you the other one. The other phone had a battery, but it was bloated, and I didn't bother to go through my phones to look for a battery. Although a lot of these older LG flip phones use pretty similar batteries, if not the same model of battery. Up next here is a Samsung SCH U540 on Verizon. The battery this came with was bloated, so I took this battery here from my Convoy 3. I'm pretty sure this is my only Verizon phone to say Vcast on the loading screen. Up next here is a Samsung SGH X496 on Cellular One. These Cellular One phones do not have any carrier branding, although you might have noticed this looks just like the Samsung SGH X497 on Singular. So I have the charger right here with me. Unfortunately, this phone has a bad battery, so I can't charge it. It'll automatically restart after a while. I really like that startup sound. It's the same one that's on my SGH D807. I don't know, there's just something about that sound that I like. Up next, here's the only smartphone that I've gotten this month. This is an HTC Droid Aris on Verizon. This is an early HTC phone and one of the oldest Verizon smartphones I have now. This came out in 2009, if you're curious. And if you can't tell, I haven't put my MORGBORG wallpaper on this one yet. I will soon, though. I'll just go ahead and put this one to the side. Up next, here is the Samsung SCH A870 on Verizon. This is one of my more premium Verizon Samsung flip phones that I have. You can tell this is pretty old because of the kind of older style screen on here. You can see more pixels on it, so it's not as high res. The colors are pretty good on it though. I'll need this battery for the next phone I'll show you. This here is a Samsung Haven on Verizon. Now, if you can't tell by some of the design aspects of this phone, this is designed for older users, which is why it has these 3 shortcuts here. I don't quite remember what they're for though, so I can't tell you. The startup sound on this phone specifically sounds very compressed. I don't like that. And last of the new additions is the Samsung Hue on Altel. I got this one along with the HTC. That one right there. Alright, so I'll switch these around and show you the ones that I was able to test that I've had for a while. Alright, and so here are the phones that I've had for a while that I was able to test finally. Starting with, here is the LG 840G on TrackPhone. This uses the same battery as the LG Freedom, and I have a SIM card for this one, thankfully. I got this one from my first phone lot back about 3 years ago, so early 2019. Apologies if the camera gets out of focus a bit. Up next here is the Alcatel Big Easy Flip on TrackPhone. I've had this here for a while, probably about 4 years. This speaker is really loud. And this phone uses the same battery as this phone and this phone. Back cover is a little tough to get off. Next up here is the Alcatel 871A on AT&T. I'm pretty sure this was a Go phone back in the day, but anyway, I got this one last year in one of my phone lots. I'm pretty sure the one that came with some foreign phones. This was one of the ones just sprinkled in. Okay, that's a little weird. Next up here is my Samsung SPH A660 on Sprint. You might have seen this one in an old phone update video, but anyway, nothing new with it other than I am able to charge it using the proprietary port. And it's unfortunate that this phone has a bad battery, so it only lasts like maybe 5 minutes. I'm not sure if I'll buy a new one for it though. There you have it. Pretty bad battery there. And so, next up here is a Samsung SCH A670 on Verizon. I've had this phone for a little over 5 years. And I was finally able to charge it again, as you might know, in probably my October phone collection video. Once again, I stop what I'm saying to let the sounds play, but so I was saying, in probably my October 2016 phone collection update, you'll have seen this phone turned on. Unfortunately, this phone has a bad earpiece, so the key sounds don't play out of it. And I'll need the battery from this one for the last phone in this video. And so here's an oldie. I've had this one for a long time, dating back to September 2016. This is probably one of the first 20 phones in my collection. In fact, this is none other than my infamous T-Mobile Spark 2, of course on T-Mobile, as you can see right there. This is just a rebranded Alcatel phone, if you can't tell. Why else would I put an Alcatel battery in it? And for once, a T-Mobile basic phone that doesn't require a SIM card. That is pretty nice. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to turn this on because I'm out of T-Mobile SIM cards. So that's just a recap of some phones I've gotten recently and have been able to test. Hopefully you enjoyed this. At least it's something different than the unboxings I've been doing for about the past 2 months or so. And yeah, maybe if I get enough phones each month, this will be a monthly thing instead of a full phone collection update because I can't do that right now. And with that, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, peace.